Hello everyone who has been to the Facts You Need to Know channel. This is the story of Egypt, the mythical land of ancient pharaohs, and what you might not know. Egypt is not only famous for its brilliant ancient civilization. Currently, the country still holds an important economic, political and social position in Africa. Welcome to the land of the pharaohs, the great and mysterious land of Egypt. Egypt is officially known as the Arab Republic. Egypt belongs to Africa. The name of this country says a lot. This is an Arab country. This is a transcontinental country. Much of the territory is located in North Africa along with the Sinai Peninsula located in West Asia. Egypt borders the Mediterranean Sea and borders the Gaza Strip and Israel. Egypt has an area of more than 1 million square kilometers. Egypt is a country located in the hot-spot area of politics, as well as the hot-spot of economy. Because it owns the Suez Canal, a strategic location of the world's shipping lanes. Among countries today, Egypt is considered the country with the longest history, being one of the first countries in the world in the 10th millennium BC. This is not only a large country in terms of area, rich in history but also very large in terms of population. Egypt is the third most populous country in Africa, after Nigeria and Ethiopia, with a population of about 109 million. Most Egyptians live on the banks of the Nile, especially in big cities like Cairo and Alexandria. More than 90% of Egypt's population is Muslim, while the rest are Hindu. This is an area with fertile soil. An area that was convenient for cultivation in the past and has continued to develop until now. The most famous place in Egypt is the city of Cairo, a world cultural heritage. Cairo is a city of more than 10 million people. And if the surrounding areas are included, the population will be able to double. Cairo is the capital of Egypt, associated with ancient Egypt, by the ancient city of Memphis and the pyramids of Giza. We know Cairo in the past with images of the pyramids, the pharaohs. The foundation of modern Cairo is related to the Arabs, and the truth is that the Arabs are not descendants of the pharaohs. In the middle of the 7th century, the Arabs conquered the Nile River area and built the city of Cairo today. In Arabic, Cairo means victory. By the 14th century, Cairo had developed at an unprecedented pace, becoming the largest city in Africa as well as in West Asia. Then Cairo also experienced many ups and downs in the past, was occupied by the Ottomans, the British, the French. Up to now, Cairo has returned to its position as the political, economic and cultural center of Egypt. This is also one of the most developed tourism cities in the world, with a number of guests up to 10,000 visitors per day. Therefore, Cairo's economy is also based on tourism services, in addition to trade and industrial production. The industry here includes industries such as metal processing, weaving, tobacco. In addition, banks, financial offices, and major commercial centers are all concentrated in Cairo. The historic center of Cairo is the largest ancient Islamic city in the world. There are mosques, old towns, Islamic structures dating back a few hundred years to thousands of years. Cairo also has another name, the City of 1,000 Towers, because this city has more than 1,000 churches and more than 1,000 towers associated with legends of the illustrious past. From Cairo you can see the area of the mysterious pyramids. About the climate. Has a typical Mediterranean climate. The weather in Egypt has only 2 seasons, hot and very hot, as much of the country is in the desert. In summer, the Egyptian daytime can reach a maximum temperature of 50 degrees Celsius, and at night the temperature can drop to 0 degrees Celsius. Because most of the country is in the desert, the temperature drops very quickly at night here. Egypt has the best climate from September to November and from March to May. From September to November, the climate here is extremely warm and pleasant. And from March to May, when Egypt enters winter, the weather will become cool, somewhat chilly. In June to August, there may be many sandstorms. About the national flag of Egypt. Throughout thousands of years of history, Egypt has used many different flags. The current flag was officially adopted on October 4, 1984. The background of the flag consists of 3 colors: red, white, black. In it, red symbolizes the struggle against the yoke of the British. The white color symbolizes the 1952 revolution to end the monarchy without bloodshed. Black represents the end of the Egyptian people's oppression of the British monarchy and colonial rule. In the center of the flag, In the middle of the white stripe is the symbol of the falcon holding its head high, with its back straight, a symbol of strength and power. It was called the Salatna falcon, after the leader who defeated the European Crusaders in 1175. Egypt has a population of about 109 million people. The official language is Arabic, and about 99% of the Egyptian population comes from Eastern Hamitic countries. Egyptians value family and always have a bond with the members of the family. The Egyptian script in ancient times was formed when society began to have class divisions. Ancient Egyptian writing was originally hieroglyphic, meaning that to represent something is to draw the shape of that thing. During this period, the ancient Egyptians knew how to use skin paper to write. In addition, they can carve on stone or on pieces of pottery. Egyptian hieroglyphs are very difficult to read and remember. After the decline of ancient Egypt, no one could read this script. It was not until the early 19th century that a French scholar found a way to decipher the ancient texts left by the Egyptians, so that he could know more about ancient Egypt. The ancient Egyptian civilization was one of the most flourishing civilizations in the ancient world. The art of architecture and sculpture of ancient Egypt reached a very high level. The typical architectural works are palaces and most especially the pyramids or sphinxes. To this day, these buildings still stand as an immortal monument, affirming the existence of a prosperous civilization of ancient times. The pyramid is the house of the pharaohs in the afterlife that was built by the ancient Egyptians, and so far people are still looking for answers for the construction of this miraculous work. The drawings are scenes of daily life, the spiritual problems of the ancient Egyptians. Egyptian kings would often carve their statues in stone, wood, or sometimes cast in bronze. The natural sciences of ancient Egypt have many amazing achievements, the most important of which are in astronomy and arithmetic. The special achievement in astronomy is that the ancient Egyptians made the calendar. The Egyptian calendar was made based on the observation of the stars in the sky and the law of the Nile. Medically, due to the early prevalence of embalming, the Egyptians had a relative understanding of the structure of the human body, and this helped medicine develop. The Egyptian custom of mummification was based on their belief that mummification was one of the ways in which the deceased could enter the afterlife, where the gods would protect them. Thanks to the development of medicine, they also found the most perfect mummification methods. The documents have mentioned the causes of diseases, descriptions of the human brain, the relationship between the heart and blood vessels, diseases, medical examination and treatment ability. It is unbelievable that the ancient Egyptians had so much knowledge, in a period thousands of years ago. It is an interesting fact that both men and women in ancient Egypt had brilliant makeup habits. They believed that this would bring protection from the gods Horus and Ra, two sacred gods in the Egyptian culture. And that is also the end of this story. The story of Egypt with the brilliant civilization of the past. These are all interesting stories about Egypt. Thank you for following this story. If you find it interesting, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Goodbye and see you in the next sections.